When you have a good draft question, you can develop it by making it more specific. The more specific your question is, the easier it will be to answer it in a thorough way. To make your research question more specific, you can identify the key concepts in the question, split these into subcategories, and ask, which one do I want to focus on? Your first idea for a research question might be, how does one create growth in an organization? This is a fairly poor research question. It is much too broad, and it does not take into account the many answers scholars have already given to this question for the past century. However, because it is a fairly poor question, it will serve the purpose of showing how to make questions more specific. The key terms are one, growth, and organization. Now you can ask the questions. Who is the term one referring to? Is it an entrepreneur? Is it a manager? Is it a policymaker? Or is it some other agent? You can also ask, what does the word growth refer to? Is it yearly revenue? Is it number of employees? Is it market share? Or is it some other measure? You can ask what organizations you are interested in. Maybe you are interested in single propriety organization, in SMEs, or in multinationals. You can ask what industry this organization is operating in. Are you interested in fashion, in tech, in bakeries, in jewelries? And of course you can ask what phase of organizational life cycle you are interested in. Maybe you're particularly interested in the startup phase, in the growth phase, in the mature phase, in the declining phase, or in the revival phase. After this little exercise, you may discover that what you are really interested in is how entrepreneurs in tech startups can increase their yearly revenue during the organization's growth phase. And you may furthermore define the growth phase as the phase after the organization has launched a fully developed product and recovered development costs. Now the question is much more specific. With this specific question, you can form a much clearer idea about what literature to search for, what kind of data to collect, and how to analyze this data.